Hello, folks. I want to take you through some of my favourite cars of 2024. Now, these are not just any old cars of 2024, but ones that I've actually had in for review. And there's no great science behind this other than these are the cars that sort of made me upset when they left. There are great cars that are not on this list, but these are the ones where I really sometimes was surprised by, other times I was kind of expecting to like them and did, but they're the ones that all hurt a bit when they got driven away. So let's start with this one. So this is the Lexus LBX, and it's a little compact SUV. I'm going to try and move my head out of the way of this a little bit. But yeah, compact SUV, fantastic car, really good MPG, lovely level of refinement in the thing. And just all around a fantastic car to drive. They are mega expensive to buy, but you can get some really good lease deals on them. Now, this little LBX is a car that I expected to be good. I expected it to be very good. And I didn't necessarily expect to like it so much, though. Sometimes these things take you sort of by surprise, and that was definitely the case with this one. I'd be more than happy to have one of those on my drive because I thought it was a brilliant car. MPG figures popping up on the screen there. I think it's 61 WLTP, and you'd get close to 60 in the real world, which is phenomenal, really. Next, it's the Kia EV9, a bit of a bigger car than that little Lexus. Sorry about my voice, by the way, bit of a cold. Once again, this was a bit of a surprise because I'm generally not a big SUV man, and this thing is huge, like properly huge. So on paper, you'd think, well, might not be one for me. I loved it. I loved every minute with it. It was epically good. I think it looks the mustard as well, especially in that sort of satin blue finish. I think it looks great. It was a nice thing to drive. Not very efficient, as you can probably imagine, given the size and shape of it. But a lovely car to spend some time with, and Kia have done an excellent job with it. Then we've got the newer version of the Tesla Model 3, and I did expect to like this because I drove the last Model 3 and really liked it. But I didn't expect to be sort of blown away by it, really, because on the face of it, it's a very light facelift. They've taken the indicator stalk away, they've taken the gear selector lever away. It all seems like madness. Actually, you get used to that stuff very quickly. I think it probably took me 10 minutes to get used to it. It's not perfect. I don't know why they didn't just leave the stalks, but they didn't. So we'll move on. Interior was really good. The build quality is fantastic. A lot of people talk about build quality and I think have a very different definition of it to me. Build quality means how well built it is, quite literally, and how well screwed together it is. Have you got any annoying rattles in there, annoying squeaks? Does everything fidget around a bit? Does everything line up as it should? And I thought the build quality on that new Model 3, certainly on the example I had, was superb. Also, the quality of the materials is superb. It's one of the things that a lot of people are surprised by the first time they get in a Tesla, because everyone's told them that the build quality is so. And I can't tell you the amount of my friends that have got into a Tesla and said, oh, I was expecting it to feel like a sort of cheap car. And actually, it feels as premium as my, name your top German mark. It feels very premium and very nice in there. A great thing to drive. And I think from a point of view of the equipment, the range, the technology, the charging speed, put all that together in a package, and it's by far, I think, the best electric car you can get at the moment as an all-round package. Then we've got the Mini Cooper S. Now, I'm showing the petrol one in this video, but I also drove the electric one. The reason I'm showing you the petrol one is it's one that I had for a week and spent quite a lot of time with. The electric one I had for a day. I was at the launch of that. Now, in the real world, I'd probably go for the electric one over the petrol one. But the petrol one is also a superb choice. It's a brilliant little car. It's very well designed. It's very well built. It's bags of fun in either guise, basically. It's just a car that puts a smile on your face and it sort of stays there. Beautiful little thing. I wouldn't get the 5-door. I'd get the 3-door. I feel like a Mini Cooper should be a 3-door car and not a 5-door. It has got a slightly odd stretch look to the 5-door version. But I understand that for a lot of people, they're going to have one as their only car or as their main car. and 4 doors or 5 doors is much more practical. But lovely car, really well put together. Not the cheapest things to buy, and that puts a lot of people off. Mini is a very premium product these days in every respect, including the price. But there can be only one winner for me, and it's this. It's the Ionic 5N. I'm sure it's absolutely no surprise to anyone watching this video that that's been my favourite car of the year. I think it's gorgeous to look at. I know a lot of people don't, but the driving experience is completely unique and completely mind-blowing in every way. And if you get the opportunity to drive one of these in anger on a track, it's stunning. Like, the things this car can do almost seem to defy the laws of gravity. It's sensational. You'll hear lots of people waxing lyrical about these, and they're not lying to you, folks. And if you hear anyone that says anything else, they either haven't actually driven one, or they're so anti-EV that they can't admit it's good. And those are the two options. I'll accept no other sub. Oh, actually, there is another one. They're lying to you. It's phenomenal. It's brilliant. The really great thing about this car, though, is that Jekyll and Hyde thing. So when you go into full aggression mode, it's got everything you want in every department. But when you just want to go up to the supermarket and pick up your shopping, it becomes a completely normal everyday car again. You put it in eco mode, fully auto, and it's just a completely normal car with loads of boot room and nice amount of space for your passengers, and it's practical and you can do everything in it, which you can't do in a 911, in fairness. It's built on that 800-volt architecture, which means you can charge at a crazy rate of knots. I suppose the only real downside with the car is the range is not amazing, especially if you're driving it like a lunatic. But hopefully those lunatic moments are saved for the track and not for the road. Just a brilliant car. If I were to get one, I'd get one in this exact paint scheme. I think it's sensational. I really do. You might be asking, what's the first car you've got booked in for next year? And it's the MG HS. I've actually done a full review of the MG HS already. However, I had no sound on it, which is perhaps a little bit of a problem. So I'll be doing another review on that. Spoiler alert, it's very good for the money, like really good. Then I've got the MG Cyberster in. That's my first electric car of the year. That looks a bit mental, actually, so I'll be interested to get my hands on that and put it through its paces. And then who knows what else. I mean, this year's been fantastic for me. You can probably see on the bottom of the page here a summary from a little analytics tool that I use, but the channel's now had 11 million views. I'm almost at 58,000 subscribers. I've released 719 videos to date. And it's just another opportunity, really, folks, for me to say thank you very much for being part of it. Please stick with me next year. I need all the support I can get, and I really want to grow the channel as much as I can in 2025. I put tons and tons of work into this channel to hopefully make you useful content and entertaining content. It's not always going to be the most exciting stuff in the world, but hopefully it's always going to be useful or interesting for you, and it will always be honest. I can promise you that. Thanks ever so much for watching. Have a great new year, and I'll see you soon. Huge thanks to all my channel members for your continued support. I really do appreciate it.